What's up, guys? It is Gage, also known as Vast here. Today, I am with the cruiserweight champion of Breakout. He just fought last week. He got a crazy first-round KO over Juantheword. Everybody give it together for JDM. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing well with that. I'm doing well. What about you, man?
I'm doing pretty good, man. So you had your fight last week. Now it's been a week. But like I said, your brutal first round KO over Juantheword to retain your cruiserweight breakout boxing championship. You've had a week to kind of chill, relax, and reflect. How are you feeling post fight?
Yeah, I feel well. I really like a lot of people give me props for that. I don't really like the props. I feel like I could do a lot better. I'm a perfectionist when it comes to a lot of things, and when it comes to boxing, I do feel like I should have done a lot better. And yeah, I appreciate the props all the times, like especially when you give me props. Very surprised because you're a great boxer yourself and bull knows bull.
Well, I think that, anytime you see a first round KO in that fashion, you got to give props no matter what. And I know I think you said in whenever Waffle interviewed you in the ring that you went back to, what did you say, 04 JDM, because you said you got a little wild, but at the end of the day, you dominated that first round and then ended the first round with a walk-off one-punch KO. So
We can say it's a flurry. It's a flurry.
okay, we'll say flurry. I mean, you landed one punch and you went down.
Yep.
Maybe the one before it landed, I couldn't see, but
I mean, yeah, I was the 04 JDM is just like fuck it, let's just throw. But I mean, like with 08, it's something a little different, something a little bit more special. I was a lot more nervous for 08 to be more honest with you. I had a lot of nerves, mostly because it's like I got to perform against a guy that's not should be here with me. Because originally it was Anton Bell, didn't show up, Fabo, he had other things do, and now it's Juantheword. That's a huge step down from Anton Bell.
Whenever we were getting ready to put you guys on, I remember when Waffle was getting ready and I was sitting at my table making sure like everything was good. I remember hearing you. You were right behind me. I think you were with Lesra.
Yeah.
And I remember you saying, "Why am I so nervous? Why am I extra nervous for this fight?" And Lesra was like, "Because you're fighting. It's a fight." But I heard you say, and I think you said exactly, "I don't know why I'm so nervous for this fight." Did you feel that extra pressure? And I know you were saying you were, but how was that extra pressure knowing that you went from an Anton Bell to Juan? And and I talked to Juan before and after, and I mean that in not, a bad way, but that's like going from, a boxer to a newer boxer. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think Juan has definitely been boxing longer than Anton, but I feel like we can say the threat level.
Yeah.
Anton was
The threat
bigger.
lever.
Yeah, Anton was bigger, stronger, all those type of things. Anton being Juan was leading David versus Goliath, to be more honest with you. And I don't know, I just feel like if I like the things with Anton, I was already mentally prepared, had a game plan ready for Anton. I was mentally there. But with Juantheword, it's just like we haven't seen you in so long.
Yep.
I didn't even think you were gonna show up.
You didn't really know like what he was going to come out with either because we haven't seen him in a while. So you didn't know if he got really technically better, if maybe he developed some power. Like you don't know.
Didn't know nothing. And plus, my hand was messed up at the
Yep.
time, so I was like, "Holy shit, what's about to happen in this fight?" I even told Les like, "This don't feel right. Don't want to be here right now. This don't feel right."
Mhm.
But once the lights come on and you hear the walkout music, it's just a whole different type of release.
Well, it seems like I heard you. I heard that behind me, but then once that music came on, once you were doing your walkout, you were nothing but loose. You were dancing to the music. You had a little walk, or you had a little pep in your step. You leaned on the ropes when you got up there. and you were oozing confidence when you did that walk and when you were standing in the ring. So it looks like you had that switch.
It's like a killer switch, to be honest with you. I for some reason I have that like I did sports before boxing.
Yeah.
I always had a killer switch. I always had a okay, lock in. A lot of people have trouble going to their flow state. I feel like once I hear a song that turns it on for me, I'm in that mode.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to get me out that.
So how did you feel in the ring? You know, when that bell rang,
Mhm.
and I'll say the first shot that Juan landed on you, because I know for I want to say maybe about like 10-ish, 20-ish seconds, he had you in a corner, and he was throwing a little bit, and you know you were kind of catching and rolling a lot of those, but is one of the reasons why you went back to that '04 JDM is because maybe when he landed some shots on you, you just could tell maybe he just couldn't hurt you.
Yeah, sadly enough, I actually started as soon as the round started. I kind of started thinking like, okay, how am I going to fight you? Because I can fight in multiple styles. But as soon as I kind of get your tell of how you box, I seen that it was fake confidence.
Hmm.
Didn't want to be in there like the same way I didn't want to be there at first. He really didn't. When I was in the corner, like you said, when he hit me with body shots, I didn't even know he hit me with body shots. And when he put me to the head, I didn't even know he put me in the head. I had to watch the fight after to understand.
Okay.
And I'm once he clinched me, he's like, "That's all you got?" I'm like, "Oh, you don't have power. You don't have nothing that can. You don't have a threat to me. Let me see how fast I can get you out of there."
Okay. Okay. You guys had a pretty I won't say personal, but I'll also say a little bit personal of a build up, even though it was a shorter build up. Um, but even like before, he was calling you out for I want to say a year now, maybe even more.
Yeah,
And you guys were always kind of going back and forth on Twitter. Um, and I remember looking at when I was making your guys' fight trailer, I was kind of going through old replies, and you guys would get a little personal. Do you think that played a factor too, just in getting a little more wild? Because I know sometimes that can bring up emotion in the ring as well.
yeah. Not really. No, I kind of put emotion to the side in boxing, but yeah, we've been late to the fight twice now. We was late to the fight on the first Source 7, and the second Source 7, and then both of those he pulled out. So it was kind of like I always knew I was like when you always knew you're better than that someone, and
Yeah.
then you just get a lot better. There's like, bro, the levels are gonna show crazy. Juan's probably a good fighter. Probably, yeah, he actually already better technically. I'm not gonna lie to you.
He looked, I will say, you know, watching him, he was throwing good combo. Like he wasn't wild. Like you could tell that he has technique. And I talked to him after the fight, and he told me he's going to go down a weight, which I think is the best for him because
Yeah.
I think the technique is there, and I think if he loses weight and goes down and you know takes a break, recovers his brain, um, and just focuses, I think it could be a problem for some smaller guys because the technique was there, and I think when he loses the weight, he'll be a little bit quicker.
Mhm.
The pop could be more there, you know.
Yeah, plus is I'm not gonna lie. I think he had a pretty decent game plan. I feel like the fact get me like make me counter shot you because no one has ever seen me counter. Make me time you, make me like you come forward towards me. I think that was a great game plan. You ask me.
Mhm.
It's just you have to have some type of on the punches to kind of make me think about it. And I feel like once I get confidence in a fight, I feel like it's kind of hard for me to stop.
Yeah. And even like when you were countering, you landed a couple good counters. I remember you landed a good clean counter uppercut. I think the first standing 8 was off a counter. I
Um,
don't fully remember. I'd have to watch a fight back, but
it was when I threw a flurry. Fun fact: the reason why I walked away the first time because I saw the ref like in the corner of my eye, see him creeping towards it. That's why I said, "See it," and he did it. And then I was like, oh fuck. And then I threw overhand. He caught me. I was like, that didn't hurt. So I just threw another flurry. I got him.
Okay.
But yeah, yeah. A lot of times I just we went punch for punch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looked like a lot of like you guys were trading a little bit, but it was more so you had that thud, um, and he didn't have as much thud as he wanted to have. And even though you guys did it kind of like you guys been going back and forth for a while now, kind of a little bit personal. At the end, I saw you guys, shake hands and kind of end it there.
Yeah. It was just the better man one of the night, and I feel like you know what, Juan's not really a bad guy. I used to shit on him a lot. Juan's not that bad of a guy. A lot of people like Juan after this fight. I personally respect Juan a lot more. He fought in 12-ounce fucking gloves. I ate big ass weight
Was that
class.
12s? Like I didn't know what ounce you guys were fighting, and then I remember I think it was when Juan did his walk because he did it first. I looked at the glove. I was like, "That's a small glove."
It was 12s. He wanted to be 10s, but I was like, fuck, I never fought in 10s before.
10s are crazy. 10s are no joke. 12s aren't either, but
I never fought in 12s. Like, those were my first time fighting in 12s. I felt the most powerful and fastest though, for some
they
weird
are
reason.
smaller.
Yeah, those were my
So
first time putting 12s on.
so you get past Juan, retain your belt. What's next for you, man? I know you were posting on Twitter, maybe going up to heavyweight, maybe moving down to light heavy. But what do you think is next for you?
I don't really know. To be honest with you, I'm at a point in my career where it's like, even though I'm so young and everything's still getting better, I'm at a point where it's like, I kind of want to take a break sooner or later. I would love to find a bloodline. I would love to find on any of these other platforms that I never did. I always fall like breakout related.
Hmm.
I just feel like I want the biggest and best fights. I'm at a point where it's like I'm tired. Like I want to be top two. I want to be
Yeah,
one. I don't want to be top three, top four. No more. I think I have the skill to be top. I think I have everything to be top. It is not to push myself. I want to entertain the fans. So that's why when I ask you guys, hey, do I go over the heavyweight? Do I go to light heavyweight? What do I do? The reason why I tried to chase in the past got fight a lot more is because you guys wanted that fight. Sadly enough, they got made. I just want to entertain the fans. I want to be when it's all said and done. I want to have more belts in here, and I want to be known as being great in boxing.
100%, man. And you definitely have the skill set to be that number one because you are young. You're 19, right?
18, turning 19 in May.
18. That's even crazier. You're 18 years old, and you can see with every fight you have, you go one level above and above and above. So whatever you do, heavyweight, light heavyweight, stay a cruiser. I'm excited to see. I'll for sure be watching, and I could definitely see. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sorry to cut you off. What do you think I should do next fast?
Who do I think you should be with or go up
Yeah.
against?
Yeah.
I think, and we talked about it before we started recording. We were talking about you maybe going up to heavyweight. And I think if you went up to heavyweight, of course, not being 230, 240, because that would be crazy. But even if you got that, like if you just got to heavyweight, I think you would still make up for being a smaller heavyweight with your speed and with that power you have. Because I describe your power, and I was talking to one of my buddies about it. My friend that was with me, Caden. I describe that you have what a lot of people don't have. People have power, people don't, but only some people have that touch of death. And I think you have that touch of death. I think if you land on somebody flush, I think that shot you landed on Juan puts every person out cold. Heavyweight, smaller, heavier. I think you have that. You have that touch. Um, so if you went up to heavyweight, I think that would be really cool to see. Even if you went down to light heavyweight, that would be cool to see how your power would transfer, even going lower to see if maybe you would be even harder. But also, I
I
could
would.
say the same for heavyweight too. So
I mean, I would love to get that Pascal fight. I would love it. Like
yeah,
155 and 165. I would love to do it. I just feel like I would need to know now about what I'm doing because like I'm at a point where it's like I'm at a weight where I'm even. I'm 188. I'm right close to my walk around. I'm right close to my fight weight. If I want to make 165, I would have to start cutting now. Start
Yep.
working on. If I want to go up to heavyweight, I would have to start bulking up now. Start working on that. If I want to stay at cruiserweight, I feel like maybe this comes off kind of arrogant and cockiness. I feel like I clear out this whole division. I don't think there's no one else in this division.
Okay. Well, you definitely, like I said earlier, you have that skill set to be able to, keep working, keep training, and with how young you still are, get to that level to where you can just clear everybody out to where you are number one. But no matter what you do next, I'm going to be watching. Everybody else is going to be watching. I think with that, with what you did last week, not only put your name more out there, but I think I put it on Twitter. I think you went from the most protected to probably one of the most feared. JDM, thank you so much for hopping on with me to where we could talk about your fight and maybe what's next for you. Do you have any last words you want to say to anybody, or any last words for anything?
Well, first, really, I think the Lord is here with Jesus Christ. After my fight, I recently got my favorite Bible verse.
I saw that. That is a gangster tattoo, by the way. I love that tattoo.
Thank you so much. My first ever tattoo was my favorite Bible verse. I have it on all my shorts. Jeremiah 29:11 is on all my shorts. Just want to thank God and for callouts. I mean, bro, I'm down to run whatever. If it's Jordani, if it's K5 fighting, if it's Ben Rogers, if it's anybody, please let me know. I'm so willing to do anything. So willing. I'm so willing to entertain. I'm still willing to come back on this little episode. That's so willing. Great host, great guy.
100%. We'll definitely do something else too in the future for your next fight. But yeah, man, thank you so much for hopping on, and I can't wait to see what you do next, whatever it is. Everybody, thank you for watching. Shout out JDM. You're, what's the word I'm looking for? Still your cruiserweight champion of Breakout. JDM. Thanks for hopping on, man.